Actually, philosophy is the one kind of belief of the researcher. What is his belief? From his belief, he used to choose which will be his right methodology for investigating his problem. So that's why research methodology starts from research philosophy, then research paradigm, then research strategy, research approach, then data collection method, sampling, population, sample size determination, sampling technique, then data collection phase, development of instrument, then you collect your data, then you analyze your data, and the findings comes. However, it starts from the research philosophy. You have to know about the philosophy of your of the research. There are mainly there are many others philosophy, but mainly at this time, four kinds of research philosophies are available under which we conduct the research. So mainly there are four: positivism, post-positivism, interpretivism, and pragmatism. There are these four kinds of research philosophy. You have to understand what are these philosophies are, and when you go for creating the knowledge, you want to create the knowledge under, actually research gives you new knowledge. That means you are creating the knowledge. You are the creator of something new. That's why you have to determine which research philosophy you will choose. Okay, based on your belief, you will go under a research philosophy, and when you choose a philosophy, then you have to follow a paradigm. Particular under this philosophy, there are certain set of recommendation that is called the paradigm. You have to follow the research paradigm. Suppose let's talk about research. The positivism philosophy of research. A research philosophy is a belief about the way in which data about a phenomenon should be gathered, analyzed, and used. Research philosophy is an overarching term relating to the development of knowledge and the nature of the knowledge. It has four types of research philosophy: positivism, post-positivism, interpretivism, and pragmatism. What is okay, under this positivism, I just want to explain what is positivism means. Positivism means when the researcher believe that any phenomena can be explained by the theory, and whatever we do any investigation in social science research, we have to bring a theory first to solving a problem. What the theory says, then under that theory, under the theory, we take certain variables that is recommended in existing literature by different scholars, different researchers, and you take certain variables for your study, and based on that philosophy, sorry, on that theory, you collect you collect the variables from the existing literature, and you develop certain hypotheses, and after developing certain hypotheses, you develop instrument for the collection of data. And instrument means either data collection tool, that is either questionnaire or survey, or you can say interview observation, or secondary data, like the you can say from any companies. Yeah, but under positivism, you have to develop instrument, survey instrument, questionnaire. You cannot follow the interview. Here, what the other researchers talk about that problem. You will take certain variables, and you develop the instrument, and you collect the data, survey data, and you analyze the data, and the findings, what the findings comes, you generalize it. This is the belief of the positivism, where they believe that what is the problem is happening here, the same phenomena will exist everywhere of the world. So they believe on a single reality. Okay, yeah, any phenomena can be explained by the theory, and that theory will be can be used to solve any problem anywhere of the world. This is the philosophy of positivism in research. But post-positivism, they believe that no, each and every context is different. So this theory may not be explained in cannot cover to the other context. It might not be suitable for other contexts. So in positivism, post-positivism, they believe that's why we need to revise the theory. So we need to rectify the theory, we need to correct the theory. That's why when you are intended to test the theory, that when you believe that there is multiple reality, not a single reality, multiple reality, and in different contexts this theory may not be working. So we need to correct, or you can say advance or extend the theory. Okay, then you have to do your study under post-positivism philosophy. Then interpretivism philosophy of research is that each and every problem of the society is unique. So each and every that's why we cannot generalize our study by any theory. That's why whatever problem of the society that need to be studied, we need to go to the directly to the subject. We need to go to the directly to the subject. We have to interview them, we have to collect data from the researcher, sorry, from the respondents, through the interview technique with in-depth interview. And what the data is coming, we need to do the analysis through thematic analysis. And what the variable is coming, what are the different factors are coming as that are caused for the problem, you can make a relationship, and the whole phenomena may come with a theory. So here it is that's why it is called inductive approach, where the researcher directly go to the problem, and take the in-depth interview, do the in-depth interview, and what the information is coming, and after thematic analysis, what the results comes, and that results or that findings we explain by the theory, that is called inductive approach. And the end result is here is the theory. but in the case of theory or model. But in the case of positivism, their end result is either confirmation of theory and our relationship that we have developed, that either these relationship is significant or not. But in the case of interpretivism, here the researcher come up with the theory. It is inductive approach, and positivism and post-positivism is deductive approach. Why deductive approach? Any problem, if we have any problem, we take the theory first, and after taking the theory, we take certain variables under recommended by the theory. We take that variable, and based on that we develop the hypothesis, and we collect data, and we quantify quantitative data, and what the results comes in result is to generalization of the findings. But here in interpretivism, we cannot generalize our results. It is in the form of a case study. That's why a particular factory, particular sector, but we cannot generalize as a whole. So here the end product is theory, but in positivism and post-positivism is confirmation of theory or extension of theory, and in positivism it is the confirmation of the hypothesis, confirmation of the relationship here. But in pragmatism, they believe that they do not believe neither on a single positivism or post-positivism. There's the action, which one is solving our problem. If it is, that's why they do not believe on a single philosophy, or a single study. They want the multiple study more can be the more accurate result may come from the study. That's why pragmatism, they believe the quantitative and qualitative both kinds of study need to be done for getting a robust result. That's the if someone following the mixed method study, in that case he has to follow the pragmatism research philosophy, and under this pragmatism he has to conduct his study. So there are this actually the ism means the belief. The positivism means they here in the case of positivism, if I can do it, I can extend it in research paradigm. Then I shall explain more about here. You will understand each and everything of research philosophy. It covers in ontology and epistemology and the methodology. They are in research paradigm. Here we will talk about here the philosophy will also come here. That's why I am coming to the next slide. The scientific, what is research paradigm? I shall explain here also the philosophy as well. So that's why I'm not extending there. The scientific research paradigm helps to define scientific research philosophy. Literature on scientific research claims that the researcher must have a clear vision of paradigms or worldview, which provides the researcher with philosophical, theoretical, instrumental, and methodological foundations. This is the foundations of philosophical, theoretical, instrumental, and methodological foundation that gives in research paradigm. Research paradigm depends on those foundations. The scientific research paradigm can be defined as a wide structure encompassing perceptions, beliefs, awareness of different theories and practices used to carry out scientific research. So here we have three main components in research paradigm. One is ontology, epistemology, and methodology. Ontology, it's a belief and how the researcher see the reality of a problem. So it is the belief of the researcher and how he see the reality of the world. And epistemology talks about the relationship between inquiry and inquirer. Suppose here the researcher, the relationship between researcher and the research, it talks about that. And methodology, it's the how we acquired the which tools we used for acquiring that reality. So we have to understand what is the ontological belief of positivism, what is the ontological belief of post-positivism, what is ontological belief on interpretivism and pragmatism, and what is the epistemological belief of positivism, post-positivism, interpretivism, and pragmatism, and methodology is the same. So what is the ontological belief? Ontological belief of the positivism. The positivist, those who believe on positivism, that the positivist believe that any problems can be solved by the theory, and can be explained by the theory, and we need to implement what the theory says. So here this is the belief. And what is the epistemology? Epistemology of positivism is here the researcher see the problem in objective way. Objective way means the research is different from the researcher. That's why here we do not talk with the subject. We bring the theory, and under the theory what the very factors they recommend by the theory, and based on the theory we take different variables or different factors, and based on that we develop the hypothesis, and we collect data in objective way. Here if you observe in survey data, yeah, here the questionnaire, when we deliver the questionnaire to the respondents, and neither respondents can say anything. He just within the frame, within the design done by the researcher. Suppose he has given the five options, like strongly disagree, moderate, and agree, is strongly agree. So the respondents has to put his response within these five categories, within these five options. He cannot, respondents cannot say anything, and the researcher himself cannot interact with the respondents. Here most of the cases the questionnaire is being sent through the email, through the mail, through the envelope, where there is no relationship between respondents and the researcher. So that's why the objectively they collect the data, researcher collect the data. That's why there is no relationship between investigation and the investigator. So this is this is the way this is the epistemology of positivism. And methodology of this, for collecting the data, we collect the data through the survey questionnaire. Here we cannot go for the interview or observation or other secondary data. So here the methodology should be only in objective way, that is the questionnaire we can use. One instrument is there. So this is the paradigm of positivism paradigm. What is the interpretive post-positivism paradigm? Everything like positivism, but here the intention is primary motive of this study under the post-positivism is to confirmation or testing the theory. Okay, their intention to extension of theory or the theory confirmation or extension or modification. So that is the post-positivism philosophy, almost the same as positivism, but here they think that the multiple reality is that. So in when the study will be in another context, maybe some new, because the world phenomena, each and every society, every country's socio-economic economic condition is different. That's why wherever we go, this theory may not be working 100%. So there we can discover something else. That's why there is the option that here in post-positivism we can extend the theory. The basic theme will remain the same. Maybe some extension is required. So that's why when we are testing the theory, then we have to follow the post-positivism research paradigm. Then and in the case of interpretivism, here the researcher believe that none of the two contexts are the none of the context are the same with others, or each and every problem of the society is unique. That's why we cannot generalize our study. That cannot be explained by the theory. That's why the researcher need to go directly to the respondents and talk with them, and those who are the sufferer of that problem. From the we need to discuss in depth, discuss with them, and we need to talk with the expert and those who are the expert in that area. We need to discuss with them. We need to what they said. We have to collect the data in the textual form, and from this text, what they are giving emphasis or importance based on the importance and the priority given by the respondents. So through the interview technique, you will collect all these text data, and you will observe the pattern of the data, and you will by the thematic analysis, you will you will immerse some new variables, the new factors that is coming that are responsible for the problem. So the whole phenomena may become with a model, with a theory like that. So here the interpretivism believe that none of the problem, each and every problem is unique, and every problem are different. So we need to do, we cannot generalize any study. We need to go to the direct talk with the respondents. Here the perception of the respondents and the perception of the researcher both influences the study. So these results are coming from the perception of the respondents and the perception of the researchers. So here these are the very important things, and it is coming with the textual form. So this is the paradigm, and here we do the subjective study. We study the subject. But in the case of positivism and post-positivism, we do our study in objective way. There the researcher are independent from the study, but here researcher not independent. Researcher are involved with the study, with the subject. So and another one is pragmatism. Here they do not believe on a single methodology, single paradigm. Neither on positivism. They believe that in the collective study will be more robust. In if you do the qualitative and quantitative both type of study together, then you will get the more accurate result. They believe on this. And here the epistemology here in the case of while they do the study of the the explanatory research or quantitative research there, they don't involve there, they do it objective way, and when they do the qualitative part, they involve with this. So epistemology here, they involve and don't involve, both are there. They here the methodology of the study is they used more than one tools for collecting of data. Here they collect the data of through the quantitative technique and through the survey questionnaire as well as interview or observation. So multiple methodology they used for collection of data. So this is the research paradigm. Is single reality, everywhere is the same, cannot exist in two different places. It will exist